Hey guys, it's Jonathan Moscani. I'm going to be presenting my multicultural literature final exam. I hope you enjoy. In the book, The Kite Runner, Soncera Tate states, "You can leave home all you want, but home will never leave you." This suggests that home is more than just a physical location. The statement implies that home is very much a part of who we are as a person. In The Kite Runner, by Khalid Hossein, the protagonist of the story, Amir, is a 12-year-old at the beginning of this novel. He and his father are living in Kabul, Afghanistan. When the Soviets invade Afghanistan, Amir and his father flee and eventually emigrate to the United States, leaving behind their home. But despite Amir's distancing himself from his home in Kabul and trying to bury his memories of the past, as Hossein wrote in the first page of the novel, the past claws its way out. Amir's memories of home follow him to America and shape the life that he lives and the man that he is. Now, Amir in the book, he feels a lot of guilt for what he did to his friend Hossein. He had a decision to make and he ended up making the wrong decision, and this led him to eventually pay off the guilt, and then in turn everything worked out. When we are young, we are like sponges absorbing everything around us, making us who we are. Our home is not just a physical place that we dwell. Our home is the people we grow up around, the social economic lifestyle we live, the culture we are a part of, and the events that we experience. Amir's childhood home is filled with feelings of guilt and inadequacies. Amir and his father have a complex relationship because he is constantly struggling to win his father's approval. This intense need to prove himself leads him to betray Hassan by allowing Asif to hurt him, setting up the long life feeling of guilt that Amir struggles with and tries to forget. Now here, Amir is feeling pressure from his father to always be the best, and so one thing leads to another, and his best friend Hassan is being beat up by Asif, and Amir could step in, but most likely get hurt too from Asif because he's much bigger, but he decides to let Hassan take the beating from Asif, and then Hassan gives the kite to Amir, which then Amir brings to his father, and his father is very proud of Amir because he thinks that Amir ran the kite down, but really it was Hassan that ran it down, and that Hassan took the beating for that kite. And then Amir feels this constant guilt his whole life because he didn't step in. And then this was caused because of pressure. And we experience a lot of peer pressure. And that's why it's always important to make the right decision no matter what. You'll always feel better making the right decision than living with a wrong one. A central theme in this novel is redemption. Amir, even after leaving Afghanistan, is forever plagued with the need to redeem himself, which eventually leads him back to his home in Afghanistan, in the second part of the novel. For Amir, his memories of home and his childhood are both good and bad. He has very good memories of he and Hassan kite flying together, climbing trees, and just being boys. However, his home and the memories of it are drastically changed after he experiences the traumatic event of watching Hassan being raped, not being able to do it to help. This traumatic event forever changes his memory of home, and he even sees America as an opportunity to forget his home and start new. However, his home and the experiences he had while living in Kabul are so much part of who he is that leaving his home is not enough. For Amir, his home culture of Afghanistan and the Pashtun people are very much a part of who he is, and this cultural identity follows him to America as well. The Afghan people are presented as proud people steeped in honor and tradition. When Amir meets and courts Sora, Babel tells him that honor and pride are the core values of Afghan man. These Afghan traditions, even though Amir is far from his homeland, are an important part of life Amir is living. And even here, there's pressure on Amir to be honor and proudful, even in America, from his father, and it just relates back to the theme that constant pressure can lead you to make bad decisions. Amir is in America, yet these traditions that were a part of his home and childhood remain important to who he is. Home is a physical location on a map. Yes, it can be put into Google Maps and the directions can be followed to arrive at the location. However, home is so much more than a physical location. Home is a memory, be it positive or negative, that has considerable influence on who you become. For Amir, his home was filled with both good and bad memories, illuminating the central theme of redemption that was seen throughout the novel. His relationship with his father, Husan, and his cultural background all played into the character that develops in the novel. This is how it is with all of us. Our homes shape who we become, so while we can live our home wherever we go, we are still the same person, shaped by our family, friends, and cultural experiences. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.